It's so easy to just fold under pressure when you're trading, swing trading. So I want to do a couple of things here. I want to do some high level stuff. Let's have a look at Marathon Digital. I got over seven figures in this trade, even after lowering my position. You guys know when I made that public. So I want to just do a quick analysis on this. I bought this during the crash of 2025 January, and I bought it at around $23 initial entry, and then I tapped in around 19 again, and then I just started buying around 15, 14, 13 up until I had like a 1650 average now. So the reason why I bought this, it's because, well, just look at the news, right? They had this Exxon deal that hasn't closed yet, which is a big catalyst. They recently partnered up with Saudi investment fund, wealth sovereign fund. Let's look at statistics here. This is why I like this. In this market where everything is expensive, you gotta go look for value, right? Like the comparison to compare Mara to like a stock like Irene. Let's have a look before we get into look at Irene, right? Market cap 15 billion. That's double what Mara is. PE ratio is 143. That's so expensive. Like I think most traders are just betting on something that might not come, and that will cause a huge crash in these stocks. But also, after the crash of AI, what ends up happening is money goes back to like the legacy Bitcoin. It goes back to legacy cryptos and legacy miners and treasury holding companies. And yeah, I mean, have a look at P ratio for Mara. It's like only 10. That's nothing. It's nothing. P ratios of 10. It's nothing. Yeah, let's have a look at other things that I like about this stock, such as valuation, 7 billion. 7 billion with 50, well, probably as of November will be 55,000 Bitcoins. Okay? At 120 or 110,000 per Bitcoin. That gives you, I'm not great on maths. Let us use our calculators. That gives you 6 billion in just liquid assets. 6 billion. So you're valuing the whole business at a billion, basically. And then you have stocks like this, for example, Cypher, right? 5 billion market cap. Irene, 17 billion market cap with PE ratios that are so stupidly overvalued. But because Mara isn't, Mara is like, how do you say it? Mara is this underdog that will emerge when everything has settled, the dust has settled. Like Mara is also going into AI via Exxon. Like I think most traders, they think of AI like this groundbreaking thing. Listen, AI is basically this, right? You get yourself a data center and you fill it with GPUs and you plug it to electricity, okay? And then it's that's it, right? So these traders, when they're betting on AI stocks, they're like, they think it's groundbreaking. It's not groundbreaking, I promise you. A lot of companies can do that. If I had real estate today, I just get a container, right? Shipping container, and I just put GPUs in there and I plug it to the electricity and I just run these GPUs, right? To train AI models or to rent them out to a company that wants to train their AI models. That's it. So it's nothing like major. And how hard do you think, or how easy do you think it's going to be to crash that market when everybody realizes, well, there's now infinity of these data centers. Everybody is doing these data centers. Now that's why Mara went into something specific, sovereign AI, so they can just go into Saudi Arabia and just get these containers near these sites, right? Because Saudi Arabia has a lot of energy. And then host sovereign AI for that region, like Saudi Arabia. You want what other partners or countries in the Gulf. And now the Exeon deal comes in because Mara has offices in Saudi Arabia and the Exeon deal, right, which is in France. So now you're giving Mara access to the French market. And how hard is it for a foreign company to come into Europe and say, I want to host in European soil? I want to start hosting AI. It's very hard. Because if you're going to tap into sovereign AI, you need to be in that jurisdiction and in that region. So you need to be within the European Union. That's what Marathon is if that deal goes through with the French. This is like a French government subsidiary, right? The Exeon deal. So it's a big deal. Now, that's the catalyst, and you need these catalysts. Now, what happens when these deals go through and they switch to AI? Well, now you become hybrid. You become a Bitcoin miner / AI, sovereign AI. Okay? So, let's look at statistics, shall we? Price book is nothing. It's 1.4. It's nothing, guys. Profit margin, all of these statistics are BS because they're just measuring Bitcoin. I don't like that. Anyways, float 370 million. Shares short 35 million. That's a huge potential here. Total cash, well, it's 1 billion, but they are burning fast. So that's one thing I don't like about it. Total debt is around 2.6 billion, but that's convertible, right? They have a lot of convertible notes due for 2030. But this is the thing with convertible notes. You can just keep kicking the can up the road. Every time you get to 2029, you just say, okay, I'm taking on more convertible notes to pay back those existing convertible notes, just like they've did before. That means you don't dilute the shares. Even if we get there, the shares don't get diluted. And that answers your question of, hey, they keep diluting. Well, your shares are not getting diluted. They're just taking on notes and they just keep kicking the can up the road like children. Yeah, I mean, other than that, guys, they have 90% of their market cap in Bitcoin. So they are liquid in a way. So that's good. And even if there was a crash of some sort, like you're not going to see, you will see a volatility in this stock, but you won't see, like this stock, because it's undervalued, it will recover faster than a stock that's overvalued, for example, Irene. Okay? So, yeah, let me come here. Should we trade this? I don't know if I want to trade this. Let's see. Do we want to trade this? No, let's see. I want the volatile stock. What can we do here? Q. I think I want to make a trade while we do this here. Yeah, I can't even enter Irene. I can't even trade this piece of crap. Let's see. There's a lot of these Bitcoin miners that don't even know what they're doing. Like, they have no clue. But my target for Mara is very large. Like, I expect this to be a $40, $50 stock. But yeah, I mean, looking at the market looks a little weird. Look at NASDAQ. Constant ups and downs. All right, constant. Like, I think the NASDAQ wants to 25,000 before any correction. This is the NASDAQ composite. Now, why you look at the NASDAQ composite is because, Yeah, I think 25,000. That's where we're going. From here, what ends up happening, probably something like this, right? That'll be like the big correction. And then we continue with another leg up in the future again. That feels like the right move. After 25,000, it will probably break 25,000 and just do this, right? And then stabilize and do another thing. This could be like a 4-year chart. But yeah, I mean, to get here, guys, to 25,000, that's already at least 30 to 50% in stocks from here, like a gap up. So 3,000 points is huge, and it could take a while. Maybe you get a correction first and then 25. I don't know, but this line here seems like it's promised. It's promising. This here is also promising. I feel like 25, 28, 30 is like the new potential for Mara right here. And then you get like a small correction around 33, 35. Just like this, for example. You see between 2020 and 2021, you see we gapped up here, then we had a correction and then recovery, all of that within months. And then the top, the height. And then the market crashed. But yeah, $50 seems reasonable for this stock soon enough. But I lowered my position because I was already up on profit. So I dropped my position. I announced it on YouTube, on Zed Monopoly. For those of you that don't know where you can find me, which I doubt you'll see more of my videos there. But yeah, I will come back in 2026. Don't worry. I'll be back. But for now, let's have fun. Have a look at these. See what's up. Yes. I like crypto because crypto is cheap and you can't really value crypto. Even Bitcoin, you can't even put a value on Bitcoin. By the way, we talked about AI for Mara. We haven't even spoken about the fact that Bitcoin, if it goes to like 150,000, what will happen to this stock? Like 40 for every $10,000 on 55,000 Bitcoins, that's 500 million. So they'll be up like 2 billion in a year. So that's already a squeeze from here to $30. Okay? Because everybody's focused on AI. They're kind of not focused on Bitcoin price going up. As I'm making this video, I think, what price is Bitcoin? Let's see. 110, right? So imagine this goes to 140. And so, I mean, this thing can really take off and bring a Marathon Digital with it. So this could be like a 50, 40, at least $30 before you get an Exaon deal closing. And that will send it to $40, $50 or more, right? And especially with the fuel that exists, which is 30% short interest, which is huge, by the way. All right. I think we're done here. What you guys think? No, let's keep going. Let's have a look at what's going on in the market. Let's look. Listen, the Nasdaq is one thing. Gold is gonna crash, right? Because gold is just running up because of fear. But when it's time for hype, what ends up happening? Do you know what ends up happening? Basically, this is a representation of gold, right? Let me just show you. Let's do yellow for gold. This is gold when there's fear. This is gold when there is no fear. Now, this is the Nasdaq and everything risky. We're talking growth stocks, crypto, and everything. So this is fear. We're going to say F. And here is no fear. No. So this is when there's fear, this segment here, okay? This segment is when there's fear. This is what the Nasdaq does. This is gold. This is the Nasdaq. The red is the Nasdaq. This is yellow's gold. So this is when there's fear. Gold goes up, Nasdaq goes down. What happens when there's no fear? Let's do green. Nasdaq goes up, gold has gone down. So, but what is happening here? You see, what's happening is gold has gone up and the Nasdaq has also gone up. So the gold will end up crashing when they realize, well, okay, you know what? There's no more fear left. And money will flow back into risk-on assets. So, yeah, I think if we look at Marathon Digital Holding and comparing it to its other peers, it's the most undervalued stock. And you feel safe holding it because it's not expensive, and it's I think it's cheap. I think it has a lot of potential and a lot of potential of growth. But why am I not trading it yet? Let's see. Yeah, I think we'll turn bullish here. So let's see. Maybe we'll do like a day trade on Mara. I'm just holding long positions. Yeah, I don't want to day trade it because look, it's been just a trader's stock, day trader's stock for this whole. Look at the chart. It's so shitty. It's funny, if anything. I got caught out here, by the way. We were here at the bottom. This is where I was. I got caught out just on top here, right here. And then we bought our average here. Then we went through months, guys. Months of shittiness. Look. And then we gapped up. And then gapped up again to 23. And that's where I dropped some of my position around 23 because I knew this was coming. So now what we have is another push due over to $25. That's where the short squeeze will start from. And then that should take you to $30 plus mark. So I think you guys are great position. But by the time you watch this and maybe the move has played out and there's a crash, don't tell me, hey Zed, does this video age well? No, actually, it probably aged well. You're just late to it, and we probably took our profits. And I share everything on the Patreon and even YouTube. I told you guys to drop the position because I made this trade public. So, yeah, we'll have time to exit when we get to here. But you have to exit on your own because I won't be here to tell you when to get out. All right, guys, that's enough for today. Thank you for watching, and see you another time. Bye-bye.